Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So today, of course, it is still a Vault event, still is for the rest of the day and all day tomorrow. So one of the main things we'll be doing now is grinding that. Given that, one of the things that we'll be specifically doing is grinding out the challenges. Challenges are the new feature, well not really new feature, but a adjustment to an old feature that of course came in the most recent patch, and this has been the first Vault event since those new challenges have been added. So if you've been meaning to do them, now is technically the best time to go do them, because you can get a bunch of additional rewards while still winning at a relatively quick rate. So that's exactly what we are going to be doing here, and just grinding out as many challenges as we can to tier 5 completion. Main reason for that is it's still towards the quicker end, as well as the fact that the end of tier 5 has the best loot of any of the challenges, being 7 gem keys and 3 event keys. 2 keys so far? Nice. Since 7 AM? That is pretty decent. Well, actually, that is below average though, if you've been grinding this whole time. Because that's almost 5 hours, assuming that we're from the same time zone. And yeah, 2 and 5 hours is unfortunately way below the drop rate. It's still better than none. We're currently at 3. Seems like a week we might not break into double digits, but if we get lucky enough, we'll be able to. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Zeddicus. Hello, Carlo. Hello, Regina. Hello, JZG. Hello, Corn. Hello, Haley. Hello, Starlight. Hello, James. Hello, Isabel. Oh, I already said Isabel. Hello, Supplement. Hello, Elite. 9 Vault keys today. That is insanely good. Out of 15. Hello, William. Hello, Michael. Hello, Drock. Hello, King. Hello, September Blick. And hello, Fighterbender. Hello, Defiant. And hello, Diego. Welcome, everyone. You've got no keys. You've been grinding since yesterday. Yeah, they are so ridiculously inconsistent. Also, I'm playing without the Joy-Con, so it should be slightly slower. Couldn't get it to work for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure if I just restart the computer, it would work. Like, even on my PC side, I was trying to remove the device and add it back in, because normally that works if it doesn't work. But it won't even let me remove the device. So it's definitely something on my computer's end. It was already so close to stream time, I wasn't going to restart my whole PC just to get it to work. Not too big a deal. It is slightly quicker to do it with controller, though it's not too much slower doing it without. The only problem is we can slightly misclick some things. We also can't go through the in-between screens as quickly. It's not that much slower, especially since we have to move over to go and click it anyway, so. Unlike if we were on Explorer where we could just go and spam click. Can't do that here, because if we spam click with controller, it's going to try clicking the very first challenge. Which seems really redundant that the challenge system doesn't automatically pick the next one in line. I think that was just a complete oversight on their part. I should probably mention it actually next beta if I remember. Because that seems like a really huge oversight. It mattered in the previous format because you would choose which challenge you actually want to do. But in the current format, you wouldn't really choose. You'd pretty much just go for the next one every single time. Hello, Marcelo. Welcome. Gorge Edge Kingdom is behind the event because it's not showing on the map. Wait. What do you mean? Not sure what you mean by that. It's all the way in the top left if you're trying to find it. So there's probably a kingdom next to it that is preventing you from seeing it or being able to get to it. Because they do have like a weird format for like how kingdoms end up unlocking. But I don't know, you should be able to see it. If you have Merlantis, Golvania, or Silverglade, you should be able to see Sword's Edge. So I don't even think they have fog anymore. I think they removed fog in a patch or 2 ago. I don't even think fog's a thing anymore. That's not what I'm looking for. Where were we? Vineyard Fields. Oh yeah, the game alert system has been broken for a couple patches now. Hopefully they fix it. I didn't use the feature too much in the past, but it was still useful to have. Hey, that reminds me, I still never tried the double method. I should. What do we replace? I think we replace out infinite loop for now. Bye, Truffle Team. We don't need you for now. What do I want? I want Sunbird. Rowain. Leprechaun. And hero using anything. Guess we'll go Mountain Crusher route. There you go. Oh, and banner change. Not sure to what though. Probably a purple red. That'll work. Okay. Let's see how this goes. This is not the correct way to use this team. The correct way to use this team would replace out hero with Mirage Clean if you wanted to go as quick as possible. However, this should go similarly quick. I think we're going to start using this instead of key. Slightly less gold, but it is quicker. Yep, 5 gems, nice. We got 5 gem drops from him so many times. No 20 gems this week though. Am I leveling War Priest? Yes, I am currently leveling War Priest. Trying to get it to level 60 because that's what the next level in the kingdom requires. Probably actually getting all the way to 70. One for the reason of just having all the hero classes to base 70. But I think I still have one other one I need to do besides this. And the other reason is for, what's it called? The other reason is for the kingdom upgrade. If the kingdom gets 1 troop, we're going to need it to be level 60. And if it ends up getting 2 troops, we're going to need it to be level 70. So I might as well get it done now so we don't need to get it done later. Because we already got bottlenecked out of one of the stars earlier. And we didn't end up having it upgraded for like a week. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. Painting Field still has a while to go. That's the other one that I have like really low level. It's like 30 something. But it's not getting any high anytime soon. I think it's at like 11 stars. Not even getting an event, I don't believe, in the next month or two. It still has a while to go. This one, the next event it gets, could potentially require us to have level 70. That's why we're getting it up now. The only slight issue with this team is if we can't double cast kill, it's going to be quite a bit slower compared to key. So this might only be good for the 3rd cycle battle. If that's not enough damage, it's probably not worth using. Oh, it's still pretty quick. You're still getting the kill, occasionally. If your stats are lower, it might not be. No, damage reflects when you hit on barrier. It reflects the damage that you're supposed to take, not the 0. Same thing applies for things like Gloom Leaf and other Skull Reflex. Yeah, it reflects the whole thing. Or, you know, not the whole thing, but it reflects normally. If they were supposed to hit you for 60, it'll reflect for 30. Even if they hit on barrier, hitting you with 0 damage. I haven't actually messed with that since they released it, though. But I'm almost guaranteed that is its functionality. It was during the beta, but they could have tweaked it. No, Reflect does not stay up. Both Barrier and Reflect are lost in that instance. It activates, but they're both lost once they activate. It activates to every single form of damage except for status effects. And for self-damage, like if one of your allies damage one of your allies, it doesn't count. But self-damage and... oh, I literally just mentioned it. Self-damage and stats effects do not count toward Reflect. So if any of your allies damage it, or it damages itself, that will not reflect. Nor will stats effects like bleed, poison, or burn. Yeah, apparently we only run this team for tier 3, I think. Oh no, this seems to be slightly quicker than Key team. Even though it's taking more casts, technically Key does too. How many times you have to cast Egg Thief to cycle around to get mana? Hello, David! Welcome! Okay, tier 5, I'm almost guaranteed we will need to do a switch back to Key team, though. Oh, what do we grab? Take that for now. And then he just goes for the brown extra turn, and then he's dead. Let's see how badly this functions on tier 5. It's definitely not going to two-shot, that's for sure. But it gets all of its mana pretty quick. That's helpful. Actually got Mountain Crusher for once too. And he's dead. It's not slower than Key, it doesn't seem like. He has more of an impact, but I don't think it's actually quicker than this. Because you get some really bad slow starting boards with Key team, whereas this is never really going to have a slow start. Makes up for that lost time. Also, it's still triple hits, which is kind of interesting at this level range. At least with how high our stats are. Of course, that could vary depending on how high people's stats are. Yeah, I guess we use this up to tier 5. You had main triple Divinia rock solid and slowed it to the slowest setting. Well, it wasn't working as intended. Oh, did you try it with that? Interesting. I can go try it again. I honestly have not tested it since that game has gone live. Last I recall, it does work though. But there is a possibility they made it so that taking 0 damage off it wouldn't reflect it. Other things in the game reflect like that though. And they still do, even right now. I can go check it with Gloomleaf. Unless they finally changed it with Gloomleaf too. I don't know, maybe we should go check Gloomleaf first. Because if they changed it on him, then they definitely changed it on Reflect. I'll go test that, I guess, right after this battle then. We'll go set up a Divinia thing for it too. Test Reflect. Oh, what do we grab? Yeah, I'll check the Gloomleaf first because that would answer our question immediately. Because if Gloomleaf doesn't work, then Reflect definitely doesn't work. It's weird if one works and then not the other. Okay, let's go test it real quick. Do Gloomleaf first. All I need for that is any barrier option with Gloomleaf. Let me just fight my own defend team, whatever it is right now. What even is my defend team for PvP? I have not the slightest clue what I currently have set. Will ever load. Loading, loading, loading. Ooh. There we go. Sure, that's fine. Well, actually, no, it's not. I need to pick something that does damage a bit better. Sure. Well, not with skull spam. How about that? Oh, wait, not that. What were we just using? There it is, that one. Okay, we'll set that as our defense. Oh, we meant to click test. Whoops. Defend, test defend team. And let me go find what do we need here? None of this we're gonna be using this week. Get Death Knight, or we already have used it. Go and grab Gloomleaf first. Okay, let's test this one, and we'll set it to a yellow-blue banner. Yellow-blue will do. I have minus green, that's funny. Oh well, it doesn't matter for what we're trying to test. Okay, let's go test this real quick. So, does skull still reflect through the Gloomleaf? The barrier? The answer should be yes. Or it's supposed to be yes, or at least in the past it has been yes. Let's see what happens now. Slow down speed. Oh, actually not yet. Wait. I need to go get barrier again. The only problem with, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done big cast. Why did I go big cast? Kind of pointless. I shouldn't have done that. Because I need to make sure I barrier up always. That's gonna make it harder. Don't die on us, Gloomleaf. Gloomleaf, stop. There we go. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be really annoying, actually. Should have picked a different team for my defense. Can I set up a skull for him? No, I cannot. Stop taking away my barrier. Need that barrier. There we go. Don't overwrite the skulls now. There. So it just took damage and hit our barrier. It had, let me just go watch the replay real quick because I didn't bother slowing it down. But, yeah, it still worked. Gloomleaf took no damage whatsoever, and he took 50% reflect. So for Gloomleaf, it still works. If they hit on your barrier, you still reflect. Now let's go check it with the reflect mechanic. Battle, defend, test defend, and now let's go check it the other way around. So let's go get a bunch of Divinias. Actually, Alchemist Moneylender. Go down that route. Wait, do I not have another Divinia? Or was I just misclicking? I only have 2 Divinias. I never realized that. How do I only have 2 copies of Divinia? Well, I was gonna do this one anyways, but apparently I can't even use triple Divinia if I wanted to. Let's see. Yeah, let's go check this again. Banner, banner, banner. Where's banner? Okay, what do we need here? We need a red, yellow banner. That works. Oh, it's -1 brown though. That works better. Okay, let's give this a shot. +2 red, +2 yellow, and then feed Alchemist Hellcan to infinite things. And then wait till it casts on something that has barrier and reflect. Okay, what can you do? Nothing good. So let's take that. Grab all those greens. Okay, none of you have... Wait, that's not barrier, right? No. You have reflect, though. Oh, you have reflect and barrier. Okay. Let me take a skull, and then he'll use his ability. Let's slow it down as much as we possibly can. We're going glacially slow speed. Actually, have about half a speed. Not gonna go to the absolute slowest, though. Okay, so he should go and cast on that. He has 54 HP. Wait, did something else have reflect? Hold up. Okay, so it didn't reflect. You're right. Because he still has his thing. That must have been some other character's reflect then. Wait, who else had reflect? I didn't even realize we had another reflect. That's funny. Oh yeah, the Hellcat's reflect got it. So yeah, if you have barrier on, apparently it doesn't use the reflect then. Weird. It uses the barrier instead of the reflect. That's strange. So some mechanics allow you to reflect through barrier, while others do not. And the stats effect of reflect does not. Strange. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work with, if you take damage on barrier, it just does no reflect, but you still get to keep the reflect itself. Yeah, okay. Interesting. It does make reflect overall weaker, because that means you can't use barrier spam with reflect spam. Oh yeah, let me go change the speed so it's not gonna take us a year to do anything. There we go. Oh yeah, it's definitely not Sunbird specific. It interacts like that with everyone. It wasn't interacting like that earlier. They easily could have changed it though. I'm not even sure what their intended way of it working is. They never really like laid out a post like explaining how all the instances work. They haven't done that for a while for new stats effects. I think like the last stats effect that they did that for was freeze. That's mostly because freeze is ridiculously complicated. At least relative to other stats effects. Yeah, barrier's interaction has changed over time too. Burn used to not break barrier if you had armor, but now it does, even if it's on armor. It's always weird because some patches, without even mentioning in the patch notes, change mechanics in the game. Likely unintentionally. Oh, I never finished out the challenges in this one. We started it, but then never finished. Well, let's go finish it. Hello, Migoli. Welcome. Oh, no, he has Submerge. He hasn't gotten Submerge yet. Oh, never mind, I lied. That's actually really bad. Luckily, he's in first slot, so we can just wait till he takes a skull. But now we need him to take a skull. And also have full mana. Or just take a skull ourselves. Oh, he actually dropped his barrier or his Submerge? Wait, you don't have Submerge on cast? Why did they not give him Submerge on cast? Thing's already so useless, that legendary. Surprised they didn't give it to it. Quite a few of the better troops similar to that do have Submerge on cast. Not sure why they didn't give it to him. Yes, whatever you get for your pet rescue, the entire guild gets for their pet rescue. That is correct. And it's the same pet for everyone. For the same duration of time. Relative to your guild. I'm sure take an extra turn, Brown. Sure will. We can get mana. There we go. How many Volkies are we at? Only 3. Very low so far. Though we are winning at a slightly slower rate than we would be if we were explore spamming. Oh yeah, there is a pet currently active. It's the goat. I didn't bother taking the goat yet. Though I do need his green pet food. I'm pretty sure it's green. Probably do it now before I forget. I did see it earlier though. Oh, we still need a copy of it. Perfect. Nice. The last copy we need. I don't think Pan's Veil is close to 17 stars yet though, or 16 I mean. It's getting there. It's at 11. That's not the one I want. It's at 12 I mean. Wait. Oh, I did need that. Hold up. We actually really did need this. Because, we can actually 12-star this kingdom. But we need this pet to be maxed. Oh, that's perfect. Nice. I've been needing one more copy of this for a while now, apparently. Well, let's go get one more copy of it. And with that one more copy, we'll now have Pan's Veil to 12 stars. Or 13, whichever one it goes to. I'm pretty sure it's 12. I should probably start slowly working towards, I'm going to probably regret it because we won't have a farming faction per day. But I'm considering finally getting Pan's Veil to be level, to max level. But I think we might wait until next event to do it. Actually, no. That's not correct. We'll start doing it now, and then once next event comes around, we'll also do it. So between now and next event, I'm going to start probably moving Pan's Veil towards level, or not Pan's Veil, Warrens. I'm going to start moving it towards level 500. And then once it reaches 500, we'll go do the event, do Pure Faction through the event. And yeah, then have the pet max, because we're going to need that maxed out pet for Pan's Veil, or eventually. Second one. And the easiest way to do that is Alpha Faction. And then that's one kingdom less that we need to go get maxed. And we'd also finally have that pet. That is the last pet that we are missing, not counting money pets. I'm probably not bothering with the money pets though. Well, it's a good team for tower. Generally, it is invasion troop, mana generator, hero. Or sorry, invasion troop, hero, mana generator. But yeah, what specifically it is dependent on what on Earth the Week is. Because it's always based on a typing restriction. Oh, you meant for the current tower. Tower of Doom. For Doom this week, a good team would be anything focused around Ketris with Yasmin's Pride, if you have that. If you don't have that, Mountain Crusher with Gargoyle is pretty good, up to about 15. Other than that, running Mang in the Red Skull spam is probably your next best option. Particularly for the later ones. The cheapest thing you can get away with is Mountain Crusher double Gargoyle with Gimlet, and then switching into any Mang-related team for the later battles. Like the cheapest that you can get away with. Yeah, Tesla spam could work. Mountain Crusher, Tesla, mana generating option. Like Scurvy Sea Dog. That's a little bit cheaper than running Catcher spam. So it's a little bit more dangerous too. As long as you can stay alive long enough for your Teslas to kill, that's the main thing that matters. Because doesn't matter if you lose your other 2 troops. If you buy a money pet, it is mythic. I'm pretty sure it comes with the food too to get it to mythic. But it comes with enough copies to get it immediately to mythic, as well as the food, I believe, to get it to mythic as well. I believe it's 50 gem keys, all the food to get it to mythic, and all the copies to get it to mythic. So the only problem is it's $50 each. And there's 2 of them. But there's 2 of them if you're on PC Mobile. There's only 1 of them if you're on Xbox, and there's 0 if you're on PS4 or Switch. Yeah, it comes with 105 pet food, which I assume is enough to max it to 100. I mean to 20. I believe they're both from Adana, though, if I'm not mistaken. I know the Steam pet is. I forget where the Android pet is from. But I'm pretty sure they were both Adana. So that's not really that useful, because Adana is not really that close to 17 stars yet. By the time it does, it's going to have a faction, so it's not really going to matter as much. So having a maxed out pet like that for Adana isn't really going to help. There's even less reason to need to bother going for it. It would help with the number of pet copies, though. I don't think it'll be locked behind it, though, when it does eventually reach that kind of star level. I'm not sure why. They never really advertised it that much when they ended up releasing those pets. They kind of came out and then, like, barely exist. I don't even think they show up on the main Steam page. You have to go and, like, get a direct link to it or try searching for it by name in order to find it. It's, like, really well hidden. Really weird. It's been hidden its entire time it's been out. Or not, like, hidden, but, you know, just not really easy to find. Oh, it does show up on the DLC page now. Never mind. I know before it didn't. They finally made sure it added. In the past, it didn't. So I don't normally check the Steam page, so... Or at least the store page, specifically. Okay, let's go and, upgrade this now. Troops. Where are the pets? Pets. Upgrade. Wow, we got 4 copies of it just now. A lot of copies. No, 5 copies. Wow, we got super lucky with that. Oh, I don't need to max it. Oh, yes, I do. Duh. Oh, no, I gotta use green pet food for it. No, I need that for the other pet, but I don't need it yet, so I'm just gonna do this. Because I do need this for a star. There we go. And now that's Pan's Veil 12 or 13, whatever it reaches. 14, never mind. Wow, we were locked behind 3 stars from that? Oh, there we go. Or 2 stars, my bad. Because we're at 12. Okay, it's not possible to go any higher, though. Oh, we need another Pan's Veil pet. Though we still don't have the leveling for the thing. Well, let's go do Warrens. I think I am going to start working up Warrens now, that we finally have that pet upgraded. And then get it maxed, because next Pan's Veil event... When is next Pan's Veil event? Good question. Is it within visible sights? If so, then we definitely need to start doing that. That's not invisible sights. However, it could be in December. Or around that general time. Yeah, we need to start getting Pan's Veil maxed, I guess. And go get its pet. That will cover this, and then once we reach like 16 stars or whatever it is, then we need the level 20 pet. We'll do Pure Faction on the next time we see Pan's Veil. I mean, the next time we see Warrens. And we still have a while before it's Warrens again, I believe. Let me see. It's going to be Sea of Sorrows. Then it's going to be Primal Rift. Then it's going to be... I think Warrens? Why do I forget the order all of a sudden? I know it's, let's see, it went All Seeing Eye, Hall of Guardians, Crypt, Sea of Sorrows. Was Warrens after that? Pretty sure it was Primal Rift. Almost 100% certain it was Primal Rift after that. Also, they don't have the portrait set up correctly anymore. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Okay. Yeah, it was that Primal Rift. Yeah, it's the one after Primal Rift. So we have Sea of Sorrows, then it's Primal Rift, then it's Warrens. That's what I thought. Okay, I was right. So that means within 2 weeks we need to try maxing it out. I think we'll get pretty close. We don't have to have it maxed out by then. That would be ideal. Oh no, I didn't have a delay on it. Well, that's actually a good thing because now I get to go to 120 immediately. So I guess not having a delay there is actually beneficial. But yeah, I think we're finally moving forward. And just to confirm it, boom, we just took the 120 level. Now we're definitely moving forward. Yeah, we're gonna start doing Warrens. Let's see, how many days do we have? We know exactly when it's gonna happen. It's 3 Tuesdays from now. Not this Tuesday, not the following Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. How many days is that? Let's see. We can do 3 per day. Oh, first things first, how many days is that? We have 3 days, we count today, so 1, 2, 3. We also count the day itself, so 4. So that's 4 days, and then 2 weeks, so that's 14 days. That's 18 days. 18 times 3 is enough. Yeah, that's way more than enough. Okay, we'll be able to get it done before then, because that's 54. And with 54, that is definitely enough. That would be enough to do the entire faction. And we've already started it some. So yeah, we'll have it done by then for all the extra 2 times. And then we'll go and do it with Pure Faction and go get it 100% completed. And then we'll have a level 20 pet for this faction, as well as the pet itself, which we still don't have. Also, we'll have a much higher renown, which will allow us to easily get that attack value when the next faction comes out in like a week or 2. Actually, I believe they're both the same week. Oh no! Wait, hold up. Is that the same week that we're getting a new faction? That's kind of funny. Let me go double check that real quick as well. We might have another a week where we do 2 factions in a row. That's funny. What week is that? So am I busy that week? Hopefully not. What am I looking for? I'm looking for weekly things. Let's see. Let me control find Warrens. Warrens. October 1st. Perfect. And yep, it is. We're gonna have a repeat of like last month, or at this point it was like about 2 weeks ago. But on October 1st, we'll do Pure Faction for Warrens, which is a Tuesday. And then on that Friday, we have a new faction, which obviously we'll also be doing Pure Faction for. So I guess we need to make sure we have some gems on reserve because we're doing another double faction that week. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Also, if anyone's still interested in joining the guild, we still have half a guild to fill. So do let me know. You can do 1 million gold or so. And would like to help us out with raids, invasions, all that. Let me know as we still have room. We're still doing pretty good even with a partial guild. Like, this is how far we are with half a guild. Some people haven't even had all week to go and do their battles. So, it's not going too bad. And we still have a 0, though I think that was one of the newer people that we just got the other day. Spider showing up as 0. But, yeah, we're almost getting there. We're definitely going to make the next reward. I'm not sure if we'll make the final reward, though. I sure hope we will. But of course, we only have today and tomorrow, so that's slightly questionable if we do get the final reward. Oh, also, wait, what did we get this orb from? Hold up. What's this orb from? Okay, I'm really confused. What am I forgetting that we did that just gave us an orb? Oh, pet. We upgraded the pet. I know what the orb is from now. Ooh! The pet gave us a blue. That's a very useful pet. It gave us 2 stars and a blue. Yeah, that was definitely from the pet. And we could even double check by going into here. Yep, it was from the pet. Almost forgot that's even a thing from pets. I haven't been leveling them much lately. because we haven't had as much food. Or not necessarily even that we haven't had just much food, it's just that once they get to higher levels, they just require so much more food. But anyways, let's get out of here. We will be doing warrens later. But for now, since there's no pets there, we go and keep doing pet stuffs. Let's see, which one do I want? Were we done with Shentang yet? Yes, no. Don't need to finish Shentang. I keep like leaving Shentang there, all alone, non-finished. What happened to your guild? Half the guild ended up making their own guild, just because they were friends and stuff, and they just kind of wanted to start from scratch with that. And then we ended up losing slightly more people, because some people didn't want to be in a guild that wasn't completely full, which is somewhat understandable. But yeah, we like initially lost 15, and then we lost like an additional 5 to 6. I think it was more so 6, because some people didn't want to be in a partially filled guild. And then we scaled that up. Yeah, we should be filled back up in another week or so. Week or two. So I really feel like we should be running key team for tier 5. Especially on battles like this where it goes so much slower. Nice. And he's dead. Oh, can I please tell you when the pet expires? Sure. Oh, so you can do the next pet? Thanks for that. Yeah, I'll let you know when the pet expires. Still has a bit to go, though. It still has like half an hour before it expires. It's dangerous to wait long? Why is that? Like, you're losing out on loot. But you could just use it as a break. You've been grinding for a while. Though there's a good possibility you'd find it. If you're just spamming PvP, there's a good possibility you'd find another pet gnome within the next half an hour. Oh, that works. You're just watching the stream until the timer goes up. That works. But thanks for that. Yeah, we still got some time on it. We have like probably half an hour. Yeah, it currently has 33 minutes to go. So basically on the hour, it'll be ready to go. Slightly before then. Okay, let's go finish out Shentang. I keep leaving it with like just a few battles left every single time. Go finish this out before I forget again. Hello, Neil. Welcome. Okay, that Rowain, or not Rowain, that Sunbird took so much damage, I'm not even gonna bother casting it. Luckily Rowain's enough because she didn't get touched at all. Yeah, that freeze doesn't happen on PC, I don't believe. You can stay on the PvP screen for any amount of time and it's not gonna freeze on PC. I wouldn't know about cell phone though. And I'm not sure why it would do that. Because it doesn't even check for connection during that. It only does at the end of battle. That's the only time it should freeze. It shouldn't ever freeze during a battle. Because it's not trying to load anything during a battle. Or check the connection. Only at the end of the battle does it do that. At the beginning and at the end, but not during it. Oh, we'll take that down. Get our explosion. Grab the lamp, the skull poke, which is actually useful because that brings us closer to killing with split damage. And both of them casting one more time should kill. And smash. Yep, don't even need them to follow up. Nice. Hello, Hugo. Welcome. So many event keys. Also, our event key stack is so ridiculously huge. Not sure when we're getting another legend to use it on. Yeah, we definitely have plenty to go when they do. Okay, I guess we go to Zolkiri next. Where's the... Oh, we already completed challenge for Zolkiri. I forgot. We have done some of the kingdoms already. Apparently Zolkiri is one of them. Apparently that one is too. Oh, we're actually starting to make some progress. I'm actually clicking on ones that we don't have, or that we already have completed. Oh, this one accidentally only did the 4. Oh no, never mind, that's 6. Read it wrong again. Groshnak I definitely didn't do because this is an ultra annoying one. I guess we'll do it now. We'll have to do it eventually. This is probably the most annoying one because it's going to have a bunch of Drake Riders. And Drake Riders later on will have a 100% chance to revive. Luckily the earlier ones seem to not have it. Hopefully we don't see too many of him, but he's going to be ridiculously annoying. There's no realistic way to put stun on this team. Also, I think I'm going to start using Key Team for tier 5. This is a bit too slow to not run it. Ooh, Glory Gnome. Please drop 1,000 glory. Gotten 1,000 glory drops so far, which isn't really that many. And that's a 500. Not 1,000, but it's also not 200. I'll take it. Good enough. 2.5 200s. Oh, back-to-back gnomes. What we definitely want to see. Not Jewel Gnome, though. Please drop Valky. That's the only drop you have that's relevant. That is not a Valky. That is useless 20 green jewels. Now that we can all own an Iron Gut, could you tell us or make a video with viable delve teams? Well, there's really only 2 main Iron Gut setups. The cheap version, which is Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Iron Guts, and either Mirage Queen fully traded or Cursed Effigy in last slots for the curse. And the other setup for it, which is more expensive, which most people don't have, but is slightly more optimal in most situations, assuming that it can be used, is Mountain Crusher, Iron Gut, Zugoff, and Possessed King. We're switching out Possessed King for any of the other similar options. But those are like the 2 setups for Iron Gut. You don't really use it in much other setups than that. How many times is your playtime this current session? Probably like 8 hours. I once had it say like over 30 hours because I accidentally left it on overnight. Normally I shut off my computer at night, but I kind of just crashed one night. And then I like checked the thing, and it's like, oh, I've been playing for 30 hours straight. Well, technically not obviously playing, but it was technically on for 30 hours straight. Was I actually correct with 8 hours? That's kind of funny. You're at 15,391 minutes. Wow. I think I'm a little over 11,000. Actually, we can check right now. Steam has the full layout thingy for it. But, yeah, we've been going for about an hour. We've played for 156 hours the past 2 weeks. And our total on this account is a little under 11,000. So my total overall is way over 11,000 if you count every account we've ever played. That only tracks this specific account. Oh yeah, that's that annoying revive mechanic I was talking about. Which makes this probably the most annoying challenge set in the entire game. Oh, we gotta do it eventually, so we'll get done now. No, they both should have the exact same amount of gnomes. Explorer would definitely have more due to the quicker rate that you can complete it at. Oh, I just realized something. We're using War Priest, and War Priest's stun actually just helped us right there. That's pretty funny. War Priest actually did something that isn't useless. He stuns the correct enemy. I think that's like one of the few instances I have ever actually effectively used his stun. It's extremely random. Not only is it not even a 100% chance it'll hit every turn, it's completely random which one it does hit, if it even does. Which makes it extremely inconsistent. So we actually were able to use it that one battle. Oh, it stunned it a little bit too late. You finished the whole 35 Kingdom first 5 challenges, completed 10 Kingdoms to 10. Let's see. I know, it's really rewarding to do the challenges, but they're pretty repetitive. That's true. And they're not really made more difficult, they just keep adding like more stats. Hey, you did 35 Kingdoms. I'm pretty sure that was a mistype. Yeah, there's only 34 Kingdoms in the game. He's doing Kingdoms that don't even exist yet. Well, it's definitely worth doing them. Especially during a Gnome event, just because of the sheer amount of loot that you'll get from it. Though anything beyond 5 is not really good return on your time. Only up to tier 5. Anything beyond that's a little bit of a waste of time. Because the rewards are pretty bad and it's not that good to do it with gnomes. Because you're going to be getting a lot less gnomes. Like us doing this, while we're getting slightly less gnomes, it's not by much. But if we were to go beyond challenge 5, it starts slowing down quite a bit. Where can you find all the rewards? It was posted on the 4.5 patch notes. It's in the link in the description. I believe it's the first link in the description. It has a little graphic for it. I can go read it off real quick. But it's the first link in the description. Go copy it myself. Copy, copy. Paste that there. But yeah, the graphic was posted on the changelog. Where'd it go? Oh, it's here. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So the full breakdown is tier 1 is 50 souls, then 500 souls. Actually, I might as well bring this up on screen. Not gonna bother saving the graphic. I'll just do a screen thingy of this. I might as well bring it up. Let's see. Where's my window capture? Window capture, window capture, window capture. Where are you? Wrong window. There it is. But yeah, there's the breakdown of it. So, tier 1 gives 50 souls and 500 souls. That is not increased by anything. So, it's just a static amount regardless of what your bonuses are. Tier 2 is 25 glory, then 250 glory for completing it. So, all of these, whatever it says underneath battle reward, you get 7 times. Whatever it says off a tier reward, you only get once. So, keep that in mind for each of these. Gold is 1,000 and 10,000. That is not increased by any bonuses. Trait stones are 5 related to the kingdom, and then 3 of the arcane for the kingdom. Then the best reward is 1 gem key 7 times, and then the 3 event keys. Then it's 2 ultra rares into ingots into 3 epic ingots. Then it's 10 chaos shards into 100 chaos shards. Then it's 20 jewels related to the color of the kingdom, then 10 diamonds. Then it's ingots of legendary, and then into mythic. And then chaos shards again. So as you can see, every single reward beyond the keys is pretty useless, other than maybe the 3 arcanes. And all the rewards in general don't even make up the value of the tier 5. Tier 5 alone is more value than all 9 of the other tiers combined. Because tier 5's value is over 100 gem worth of value. Whereas if you combine all the other ones, that's like barely anything as far as actual gem value. It is an okay amount of chaos shards, but chaos shards aren't really that useful once you get later into the game. Not as useful. But yeah, that's all the rewards. And as you can see, tier 5 is the last good reward. Other than maybe the 3 epic ingots. And I guess some people might like the 10 diamonds. Because that means you can get potentially... I would honestly hold off on ever doing tier 8s. And then if you were short on diamonds one week, just do like tier 8 on literally everything. Because you can get 340 diamonds within a single week on top of all your other diamond gains if you don't do the tier 8s. And just kind of use it as a backup diamond gains whenever you need like a little bit more to close the gap. You'd end up doing that instead. Because that's currently one of the only ways to like, not infinitely, but you know, like infinitely farm it, at least for a while. Because that's 340 diamonds that you can get just from doing the tier 8s or... Which personally isn't useful to me, but to some people, if you're only like 100 diamonds short on 1 week and you have no other way of gaining it, you can just do tier 8 10 times and get it. Might take a while, but you'd be able to get it still. Yeah, that's all the rewards. And you can find that link in the description, first link in description. There's the 4.5 changelog, and it's underneath there if you want to reference it later. Yeah, we tried getting them to make tier 10 deeds. Not sure why they didn't. We mentioned it during the beta, but they didn't do it. Hello, N-House. Welcome. Yeah, everything beyond tier 5 is not that worth it. It's one of the reasons why we're only going to tier 5. And because it's a gnome event, and it starts getting quite a bit slower beyond that point as well. But also because the rewards stop getting good beyond 5. Completion of tier 5. No! He got unstunned right when I was about to kill him. What a fail. Delaying the inevitable. And down it goes. Also, that's funny. The trait stones are showing as yellow, but it's giving us red. Red is actually correct, but the visual is showing an incorrect one of yellow. You hate that everyone gets the same rewards in Adventure Board? That's actually something we pushed for in the most recent patch. And the main reasoning behind it is because of deeds, as well as future features that they're going to be adding to it. But mostly deeds for now, as far as what is publicly known. But the deed system, it would make it so some people get substantially more deeds if they ended up making it so it was random for everyone. And if they end up doing that, there'd be people would be at a great disadvantage, because there could be potentially people who are getting like 30 deeds within a week while someone else gets 0. And given that that's a pretty big part of progression now in the game, at least for later in the game, that would be pretty bad if they had it like that. There's the whole reasoning behind why they have it uniform for everyone. It would definitely be more controversial the other way around if it wasn't. How many beta testers are there? Probably a couple dozen. So none of us are paid. We just do it for more of us just volunteering to do it. They do apparently have people in-house that do it as well. So I don't know how well they really do it, because they catch almost nothing. Or if they do catch stuff, it must be really broken prior. Yeah, there's like probably 24 people. Not sure how many people they have in-house for it though. Rule 1, only read one, or only post one question, I don't read the second part. What was the second part of your question? Is Rune Priest class worth leveling to 100? Kind of. It gains a lot of benefits from getting to 100. The only issue with it is there are hero classes similar to it that are better than it, like Plague Lord and Titan and stuff like that, and Sentinel. So you don't really ever bother using Rune Priest for the most part, unless there's really a really specific dwarf team that you want to use for whatever reason. But more often than not, you use either Titan, Sentinel, or Plague Lord. Very, very, very rarely would Rune Priest be better. The only really noteworthy thing that Rune Priest has compared to them is it has Dispel. So there are some instances where a Titan-like troop with Dispel could be good. But that's about the only time when you would really use it. That or in Dwarf Team, of course. Are you getting a lot of gnomes and challenges? I'm getting a decent amount. It's slower than Explore, obviously, because we're winning slower than Explore. Still going well. Doing that just in case it hits it. If you have only level 100 Titan, next best bet is probably to go for level 100 Thief. You also get Skeleton Key along the way. But also, Thief is the strongest stealthy hero class in the game. If any hero class that has stealthy, Thief is the strongest. Which means whenever you want to use a stealthy hero class, you almost always use Thief. There are some instances where some could be better than it, but more often than not, Thief is the best stealthy option. Okay, that's actually somewhat good that he didn't die, as weird as that may seem. That's mainly because we can stun him. Stun, do you want to work? 50% chance. Hello, 50% chance. Hello, 50% chance. There we go. Wow, that is so inconsistent. And this is why no one uses Rune Priest. I mean, not Rune Priest. War Priest, I mean. I mean, not War Priest. No, I was right. War Priest. We were just talking about Rune Priest, which is why I said Rune Priest. And then I thought it was wrong for a second because we were just talking about Rune Priest, so I thought I just said Priest again. But no, this one's War Priest. Let's see. We'll go for Explosion. Well, let me. End your turn already. Your turn. There you go. Oh, also, who is this holding the pet? Where'd your name go? Isabel. If you're still holding the pet, you still have about another 7 minutes or so. An FYI. Okay, we're almost done with this kingdom. Then hopefully we never need to see another Drake Rider ever. One of these challenges. And hopefully that's enough to kill. Stop gaining extra turn HP, and there we go. I know, he's just standing there for like 30 minutes straight. The gnome doing nothing. Just waiting to be dead. Oh, we got a stun. He sits on one that has 25% summon. So it might not go to waste. Might have stopped his summon. Potentially. Oh, good, we got both of them stunned. Oh no, one of them got unstunned, though the most important one is still stunned. As long as he stays stunned, that's the most important thing. Of course he doesn't. Oh good, he got re-stunned. Now stay stunned. Good, he just got re-stunned as well. Let me go skull him, just to make sure he goes down. Oh good, the other one we need stunned also got stunned. Here, stuns are actually hitting the correct targets for once. And he's dead off for Ruane, and he can't summon because he stuns. He doesn't have that 25% chance anymore. There we go. Okay, now we don't need to deal with those summoning things ever again. Well, the 25% we still might need to deal with. Also, the Dragon Soul or Dragon Souls in Dragon's Claw are still going to be similarly annoying. Though with the Inferno King here, but we already dealt with that. It wasn't really that bad just because it's only 25% there. Rather than 100% or 50%. Okay, next order of business. I guess we go to Blackhawk. We did Wild Plains, right? Yes. We did Blackhawk then. So we're slightly past the halfway point, I think. Or at the halfway point, somewhere around there. That's going well so far. Oh yeah, how did I do for the Smash tournament? I was as high as top 20 at one point. Then I went on a little bit of a losing streak and only made top 100 something. I forget exactly what the number was. I believe it was top 150 out of over 1,000. That wasn't too bad. But I need to make top 32 to move on. Which I was at one point, but ended up moving down. Because it lasted for a while. Like the qualifiers for it lasted, I think 3 hours? Was it 3 or 5 hours? It was a while. And initially I was in top 32, but by the end of it, it ended up going down. I did okay for it. I made the top 10%. There was 1,600 participants, and I made 150, top 150. I forget if the final of that tournament ever happened yet. Like the final. Like the one that takes place in Japan. I don't think it does. I think it was happening like mid-October or something. I forget exactly when it was. Yeah, in order to make it, I would have to make the top 32. And then of the top 32, I would then have to go and compete for top 4. Which likely wouldn't have happened. Even if I somehow made top 32, there was almost a 0% chance I would actually make top 4. I still wanted to try just for fun to kind of see where I would place. And it definitely was a lot of fun. It was actually the biggest tournament I've ever participated in. I have participated in esports tournaments before. Obviously, I'm a pretty big casual at it. I obviously don't do it as a living. But it was the biggest tournament I've ever been in, that's for sure. Let me grab there. And that was just for my region, too. That wasn't even, like, the full amount. Over the course of all the regions, I'm pretty sure there was, like, 10,000 participants or something. Oh yeah, I have played Brawlhalla before. I don't care for it as much compared to Smash. It is definitely a fun game. But, I don't know. I just don't feel like the controls work as well. Also, a lot of the characters seem very, very similar in that game. I never actually played it on PC, but I have played it on Switch. I've only ever played it with controller. But maybe if I played it with keyboard, it'd be a bit more responsive. Because the game was originally launched on PC, I'm pretty sure. And then it ended up moving over to multiple consoles as well. It actually has crossplay as well on consoles. I think, no, at least on Switch, I believe it does. I never really got that into that game, though, personally. But it's free to play, so definitely worth trying if you haven't already. It's the closest thing to Smash that isn't Smash, for the most part. Okay, I'll take that over, get Rowan down. Here we go. And take the final little gold, and then on to tier 4. 7 minutes are over now. Oh yeah, let me go double check it. It's probably ready to go take the pet now. And then go do pets. Hopefully it's a good pet. I need the pet food regardless if it's a good pet though. Hopefully it's one that we don't have a lot of copies of. That should be enough to kill. Okay, let's go check. Yeah, the pet should be expired. And... Nope, no, not yet. Not yet. Still got a minute. Never mind. It still has a minute and some amount of seconds. It's not over yet. Let's see. Yeah, it's still not over. Still at a minute. So that means in like 2 minutes from now. Let's go do, let's just do dungeons real quick, I guess, since it's already on the screen. That'll take like 2 minutes. We'll go for this one. Yes, it is possible to get a vault key and a pet and pet food simultaneously from Pet Gnome. And the main reason for this is Pet Gnome is the only gnome in the entire game where you get the drop from it regardless of if you get a vault key or not. Every other gnome will overwrite the drop that you're supposed to get with vault key. However, the Pet Gnome will give you the normal drop you're supposed to get and the vault key, if you happen to get a vault key. But yeah, Pet Gnome is the only gnome in the entire game that does that. Are the adventure boards just the same when they give out deeds? No, they're harder. The adventure boards actually have a 1,300 battle on it for the mythic one. Well, then again, never mind. I think the normal mythic would have a harder one there too. But they're relatively similar battles to the other adventure boards, just slightly different. And their difficulty is based on their rarity, on if it's epic, legendary, or mythic. Which is one of the reasons why they might seem a little bit harder. It's just that all of the rarity ones for it are higher in general for deeds. So there's going to be harder battles. But relative to the other same rarities, they're about the same difficulty. How many keys so far? 3 vault keys. We actually have not gotten a single one this stream yet. Unluckily. And we've been farming areas that have it the entire time too, which is, well, other than dungeons right now. But, yeah, I've been pretty unlucky so far this stream. I need to go do some normal explore. Make up for it. That would obviously have the highest rate. I'm not even sure what arcane I need these days. Okay, let me go check the pet. Are you expired yet? There we go. We finally got the pet expired. You can go take it now, Isabel. And thank you. Yep, it's finally expired. Alright, let's go do Divinian Fields. Never mind, we already did it. No, we didn't. That's a 4, not a 6. Oh, never mind, that's a 6, not a 4. Let's see. That one's maxed, or almost maxed. There we go, let's go do Karkaroff. Can I say what the new pet is? It's cosmetic. It's a pirate for Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's a fully cosmetic pet. For, I believe, Blackhawk. I didn't actually double check what kingdom it's for. But it's a cosmetic pet with no bonus. Ooh, blue pet. I'm pretty sure I have that maxed, but blue pet food. Nonetheless. Oh no, I don't have it maxed. Oh, perfect. Nice. Do we even have 2 pets from Atlantis that are not maxed? Let's see. But it has a faction associated to it, so worst comes to worst, we can go do the faction pet. If I had to guess, there's 2. There's the faction pet, and there's this one. So there might be a 3rd. I'm looking for Atlantis. Where to go? Oh wow, there's 4. So this one was a one-time one, right? No. So it's so old, or you know, it's gonna take a while to get it maxed. What about this one? Oh, there is actually another Merlantis pet specifically for that. Interesting. And there's also the Merfolk thing. Almost forgot we got this guppy. Kind of came and went, and never really paid much attention to it. So the main reason might be because we've only ever gotten it once. We only have 1 copy of it. Means we've never seen it around since. But yeah, I need more copies of Pincher. We don't have a single mythic pet from this kingdom. Of course, we could do the faction, but still. We're gonna need one soon. I believe 12 star needs it? What star needs it? I know it's some star. Around 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there. Needs a level 20 pet. But luckily, it'll probably be this guy. Hopefully we get 4 copies right now. Run key against it. Yeah, they do need to do something about addressing multiple copies of older pets. Particularly newer ones. When I say older pets. Because of all the pets that you already own, makes it so hard to actually stock up on some of the newer pets. And with how expensive it is with gems, it's not ever worth buying them with gems. Pets on average cost around 100 gems per pet if you were to buy them with gems, which is absurdly expensive, given that you need 31 copies to max it. It's actually cheaper to do pure faction to 500 than it is to buy a pet to mythic. It is easier, it is cheaper, and you get more loot from getting a faction pet to level 20 to max with level 500 pure faction than it is to bother buying a pet. It takes more time doing it that way, but your overall loot is substantially more, and it's cheaper by a couple hundred gems. As high as 1,000 if you're if you can get the faction done with the bare minimum. Yeah, it's as high as 1,000 gems cheaper to do pure faction 500 pet to level 20 than it is to buy a pet to level 20. Which makes no sense whatsoever. Pet gnomes are actually not only in PvP. They are in PvP and Arena. Why they are only in PvP and Arena, I do not know. But they only are on PvP and Arena. But yeah, you don't have to do just PvP for it. Arena also drops them. But those are the only 2 locations that have them. For whatever reason. Why that is, I have no clue. I guess to kind of make it so people will fight in PvP related areas? I guess, kind of. Well, Arena's not really that PvP related, but it still kind of is. All the teams you're facing are past people who did Arena's team. Yeah, those are the only 2 modes that's in for whatever reason. Every other gnome can appear in all the locations where gnomes appear. But for whatever reason, pet is only in PvP and Arena. But the easiest way to get them is Arena spam. Or picking casual PvP to only get fire bombs and other similar battles. So you can quick kill. Those are the 2 quickest ways of gaining pet gnomes. If you're specifically trying to find them. So there's no point in really trying to find pet gnomes when your guild already has a pet active. But if it doesn't currently have a pet active, either repick spam casual PvP or spam Arena are your 2 best bets. Most people probably go down the spam Arena route. So spamming casual PvP does give more gold, but substantially less trophies. And you can also get some very slow PvP battles even if you do repick spam. Whereas Arena battles are generally pretty quick, especially if you have Dawnbringer and other similar weapons that are really good for running Arena. You cannot repeat spam. You used to be able to in the past, but they nerfed it. So you can't retreat spam to get a pet. It only changes your RNG for if you'll get a pet after you complete a battle. The repick spamming does not help you at all. And they mainly fixed that so people couldn't keep repicking the gnome that they had. Because before you could just keep doing that in order to repick your gnome until you got like a glory gnome or whichever one you want. We don't have mana. Take that over. That also got rid of our extra turn. Whoops. Not that big a deal though. Hey, I'll find Regina. If anyone else does any other questions, let me know. Make sure to go over them. Okay, how many copies did we get? Please give us 4. We got super lucky on the other pet. Can we get lucky on this one? 2 copies. Well, that's better than 0. Or only 1. We still need another 2 copies. Should we buy it? Tahaha, probably not. Probably not. In order to get 2 pets, unless we get lucky, it would cost us 375 gems. So if we do get lucky, we could get it in likely 175 gems. Probably not worth it. That is pretty expensive. And we don't need an E yet. I don't think Merlantis is getting an event anytime soon. Let me go double check. Where is the thingy thing? When is next Merlantis event? If it's not within the next month, we're not doing it. It's not within the next month. It's not even an invisible site. And we can see up to mid-November. Yep, it's not an invisible site. So yeah, we're definitely not going to buy it up then. We'll probably get 2 copies within the next 2 months. Very unlikely that we wouldn't. Okay. Well, let's go and keep farming these. Yeah, I was already starting a faction, or one of these. Which one was it? Blackhawk? Yes, that's a 4. Go keep doing this one. Not with that team. So I still have that named Infinite Loop. That is not an Infinite Loop team. Haven't changed its name yet. Oh yeah, they did change the visuals for it. So the hover where you initially are with the controller is different. Normally when I use controller, I'm just using it for A input. That doesn't really affect me on that screen. But yeah, I can see you accidentally like clicking it because it is the first thing that you click if you spam A. You added Rowan to your team, swapped on High Paladin, and you'd Death's Life Drain? The 4 Horsemen fight? In a Mirage? Wait, what? Did it actually have the trait? But no, putting a Rowan into your team shouldn't stop a trait like that. I guess in a way it kind of can, because doesn't she have 1 generation? No, she doesn't even have generation. Never mind. Oh no, we're using Priest, maybe? If you were using Priest hero class, you gain 2 heal to all your allies per turn. Doesn't he have something for that? Yeah. Now, luckily, your home kingdom doesn't really matter too much. You do accidentally switch it. Makes a very, very minimal impact. They mentioned in the past they were planning on doing something for home kingdoms, but they never did. To like actually make them viable or more unique. Make it so White Helm wasn't literally the only home kingdom that is worth it. And the only reason people really put other home kingdoms is just for a different background on their profile. Because it does determine the background on your profile, and it also determines the little animation that's on your profile. Some of them repeat animations, but some of them have different ones. Like Blade of the Lands is some kind of fire thing. Orlantis has some kind of bubble thing and stuff like that. Whereas White Helm and a few others just have a ray of light from the top. Or I should say multiple rays of light. Oh! Oh, you already reached the trophy and gold requirements. Nice. Yeah, we're not really too sticky on the, or why did I say sticky? We're not too strict on the trophy requirements. Why we end up reducing it down to 200. And even if someone doesn't do 200, we don't normally care as long as they do the gold and as long as they're doing the other events. Trophies have such a diminishing return once you already have such a high amount of trophies. We don't normally pay much attention to them. It's still nice to have. Especially because it helps maintain us as one of the top 25 guilds. And that just makes it easier to recruit. Still hard though when we only have half a guild. It's still easier nonetheless. Because we theoretically wouldn't be considered a top guild anymore if we weren't top 25 there. I think we dropped down to 20 though, because we haven't been able to gain as many trophies. We only have half a guild. So I guess maybe having a high amount of trophies would be helpful right about now. Make up for the lack of peoples. Yeah, we're going to be orbing up whenever we need to do it for key openings. We did it for the last mythic. I don't think anyone did it this week just because there isn't really a need to. If anyone in the guild really needed to, I could go do it though. I have enough orbs to solo it to 40,000 like 3 times if we had to. What the guild trophies even do, they determine where you fall in the leaderboard. They give you slightly more seals per day, a very, very small amount. And that's about it. That is pretty much it. They're really just used mainly to see like where your guild is relative to the other guilds. They also unlock some cosmetic things that you can use for your guild, like backgrounds, I believe. But no, trophies have a very little impact. And beyond, I believe, 1 million, they have almost no effect whatsoever. But I'm pretty sure the last meaningful reward is at 1 million trophies. Anything beyond that's kind of pointless. And getting on leaderboard just makes it a little bit easier to recruit. Not by much, but a little bit easier. It'd make it a lot easier if you were in like top 10 though. We were at one point. We've slowly gone down since then though. Just because trophies, again, aren't really that useful. I haven't been pushing them as much as other guilds have. As long as people get the gold, I don't really care how they get the gold. Not everyone spams PvP or arena. Some people might do more explore and challenges and other things. Or I guess challenge spam isn't really a thing anymore. They might do more explore and stuff like that. Or they farm down gnome events a lot, which give them a lot of excess gold that they can use over the course of a month. Because most gnome spam methods do not give trophies. 500 souls. Such a useless drop on him. Oh, it's really only 500,000? Wow, never mind. You don't even need a million. Apparently 500,000 might be max. It used to be a million, but then they changed the reward system for it slightly. I have no clue what they changed it to, because I already had my guild maxed at that point. I should have taken that red. Do you think they've thought of what to offer next after tier challenges? What do you mean, like new features, or not sure what you mean by that. Like, they likely aren't expanding the challenges any further than they are. There's just kind of a small revamp to the previous challenges to actually make them challenging, and just to give slightly more rewards. Supplement, stop stealing my gold. I do like PvP. The biggest issue with it is in endgame, there's some really annoying meta sometimes. Especially as of lately. Because most people don't set fun teams on their defend, they just set like ridiculously strong teams. Like most of PvP these days are ridiculously strong teams or ridiculously weak teams. There's like no in between. Or it's very hard to find that in between. At least later in the game. There we go, another kingdom down. Making progress. Did we do Divinity Fields yet? I believe so. Yes. Okay. We had to Merlantis then. Yeah, we finished all of them down beyond this point, haven't we then? Right? Kakarot. Did we do Mr. Skills? Hold up, never mind, I didn't do Kakarot yet. Was about to, but then didn't. Alright, and then we still have Mr. Skills too. Okay, let's go do those two then. And then we finished all of them below, below this line then. Lands we haven't though. All of them from here below that are aligned with that should be done after we complete out those two. Means we just have the other section above. So that's a little bit more than half then. Nice. Okay. Let's go do these two. We'll do Kakarot first and we'll go do Mr. Skills. Yeah, we technically started this. This is why I thought we started it, because we did start it technically. We did literally one battle. I think that was when we found the pet, or when Isabel found the pet. The crab pets. Then I forgot to start continuing from that one again. I moved over to like Merlantis or something instead. Hey, you're eating now with me on mute. Actually, I'm probably going to be eating in about another hour or so. So I'll probably wrap up the stream in the next half an hour or so. I didn't actually eat breakfast because the stream, I ended up sleeping in a little bit. And then woke up a little bit later than I wanted to. I didn't have time to eat breakfast and I still wanted to start in a timely manner. And I still need to go eat something. Probably just gonna pick up Wendy's or something. I don't feel like cooking at all right now. Almost never feel like cooking though. And my definition of cooking is like really, really basic. Yeah, rope dart's really annoying. Rope dart, Yagway, Queen of Tanya, the Divinish Bala Quillen combo, which normally runs with rope dart as well, and a few others are really, really annoying in PvP. Yeah, we've gotten 0 Volkey so far this stream. I noticed it's slightly slower than Explorer, but it's not that much slower. We did 3 within the same time yesterday. Currently, we're at almost 2-hour mark with 0. Which kingdoms are most important to upgrade power levels on first? It's always magic first, then all the others. Is the way that you go about it. And the 5 magic kingdoms are Blighted Lands, Darkstone, Karkaroth, Zulkiri, and Silverglade. Those are always the 5 most important kingdoms in the game from a upgrading perspective, because magic is the strongest stat in the game. Second strongest can vary depending on what kind of team you're using, but in the current state of the game, it's probably HP or attack. It really just depends which way you look at it. But magic's always the most important one, though. What was the Iron Gut Curse team again? The cheap version of it is Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Iron Guts, and last slot is Mirage Queen or Cursed Effigy. And that's the cheapest way that you can build it. And a level. What level was that? I didn't actually check. Went by too quickly. I saw a level, I just didn't see what the level was. 61, making progress. Oh, I'll go show them again real quick. Show them visually. It's Blighted Lands. You can also check this by going underneath the Kingdom page. If you're uncertain, go under Kingdom Info. Not Kingdom Info. If you go under the leveling of the Kingdom, it'll tell you what the skill bonus is. But it's Blighted Lands, Darkstone, Zulkiri, Karkaroth. They're all kind of just next to each other. And then Silverglade all the way there. Those are the 5 most important kingdoms in the entire game to upgrade. And from both a leveling perspective as well as a power level perspective. Because they all are magic kingdoms, and magic is the best stat in the game. Relative to if you were to gain 1 of each stat, magic is always the best. That's applicable to almost every single team in the entire game. Have I found lots of Vault keys? Nope, we found 3 yesterday, 0 today. I might just need to hand out a redeem code once we finish out this kingdom, just because you're probably not getting a Vault key like this stream. Get really lucky soon. Might be one of our lower Vault key weekends that we've gotten for a while. We are winning slightly slower because of challenges, but still, not been that drastically slower. You can of course get unlucky. We've literally done like over 12 hours of Explorer and gotten 0 Vault keys before. Does this come down to luck occasionally? Sometimes you get bad luck. I'm using the wrong team. we don't have a drop for that. I'll stick around. Oh yeah, I also might be shaving off the beard tomorrow. Not sure. I both do and don't want to. Because then how am I supposed to have a thinking beard? I never shave beards. I normally do about once a month or once every few months. This one has been a few months. I think the longest I've ever not shaved one was probably 6 months. One's currently probably on around 3 months. I should shape up the thinking beard. Yeah, I normally don't bother shaping it at all. I normally go like all in or none. I don't even have any shavers that do that. Normally I just use like normal razor blades. I don't even use like shaving cream or anything either. And I'm normally pretty good about not cutting myself. You could stroke the head lizard while thinking. Not the same though. So far you've gotten 21 vault keys. Gosh, that's a lot of vault keys. We are nowhere near that lucky right now. Also, I find it funny you can actually, like, cover the entire thing. With how mine's grown in, I can just do this and you can't even tell I have a beard. What beard? See, I shaved. You can still see the mustache, though. Also, like, curling it. Like, those villains that have it in, like, some of those movies. Like, with the things, like, curled over and, like, really long. It's actually fun to curl these. I don't get that long, though. And my right side, for whatever reason, curls better. Or this side. Well, it looks like I'm doing the other side because of how the camera's oriented. This is the right side. But anyways, the right side, for whatever reason, curls better than the other one. The other one doesn't maintain the shape. Well, there's also slightly less hair on that side for whatever reason. Not by much, but like a noticeable amount when you're like curling it. I don't think it's visually noticeable though. No, you would need to get it a lot longer to actually get like that appearance though. On the sides. I would have to not shave my mustache for like a year for it to get long enough to do that. And even then, it just doesn't grow as big as my beard does, for whatever reason. Not sure why. Don't beards get itchy? No. My beard has never gotten itchy. I have never had an itching problem with my beard. I think one of the reasons why mine might not be itchy is because it doesn't really, like, it's not long enough that it rubs up against my neck. So it's not, like, constantly agitating or anything. It's like going forward, not downwards. Or, you know, it's going, like, away from the body, not, like, falling downwards onto it. Some people's beards do that. Particularly when they get longer. Mine's never been long enough to do that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. Yeah, if it keeps brushing up against your neck, then it will. But mine has never gotten that long. I'd have to grow it out for over a year for it to get that long. I've never done. Super itchy as it's growing? I've never had that issue. You only just shave the top of your cheeks so you don't look like Grizzly Adams. Yeah, well, it doesn't grow in much. Mine does grow, like, on the sides. I would eventually have it so it, like, goes, like, all the way around. But it doesn't really grow much on the side, so I don't normally need to worry about that. It's probably not that visually apparent, but it is, like, growing, like, right here. All the way up to the ear, almost. Or, yeah, pretty much up to the ear. That would be funny to have it going all the way around. I don't think mine would ever grow that high, though. Those areas. Your beard scratches her whenever you try to kiss her. That's funny. One of the main reasons I just like to shave it, and never would want to grow it out too much, is I hate food getting in beards. Like, even when it's like this long, which isn't even like necessarily extremely long, it gets so much food in it sometimes, if you're drinking like soup or something. Get another pet gnome? We currently have a pet active, so I can't. There's a pet active for like another 35 minutes. Actually more like 30 minutes. But it's currently still pet active. Yeah, 23 minutes. There's no point in trying to get another pet because we already have a pet. I wouldn't mind getting that pet again though. We still need another 2 copies. We already finished out that event for it. We get a new one. Oh, we have 23 minutes, Isabel. Oh, never mind. You were mentioning that. I thought that was asking as a question. My bad. Yeah, 23 minutes. So let's say 24. Because whenever a number it says, it doesn't count the seconds. So if it says something like 10 minutes, it actually means 10 minutes and some amount of seconds. So when it says 23 minutes, it actually means 24 minutes, technically. Yeah, basically at 3 a.m. that should be ready. I mean 3 p.m. or you know at the hour it'll be ready. Whatever time zone you're in. Ooh, tuna melt sounds good. Actually, I did have tuna the other day, but it wasn't like a grilled tuna melt. All it was grilled bread with tuna. And more like toasted bread, not grilled, but still similar. Not actually a tuna melt, though. That's the closest thing to a tuna melt that isn't a tuna melt. I normally put red onions in it. I love red onions so much. I keep them in the house just to put them on burgers, because a lot of burger places, particularly fast food places, don't put them on. Unless you buy like the really expensive burgers. And even then, they put like so little on normally. There we go, another kingdom down. And Mr. Scales next. Also, let me go hand out a redeem code as well. I think this might be the last one we do. I might go do a little bit of explore after, but as far as challenges, I think this is the last challenge that we're going to be doing this stream. So actually, after this challenge, I guess we'll do it. No, actually, we'll do it now. Might as well. Because I think I did say at one point we'd do it at the end of the current challenge, and we did just finish it. Oh, why am I still using Key Team for this? This is not what I should be using for this first set. Come on, Volkey, please, we don't have one. Oh, let's just pretend that was a Volkey. Okay, code time. Let's see. Copy. That right over there. Paste that in. Oops, I already used that code? I was sworn I didn't. Let's see. Oh, okay. Apparently I did. Okay. Oh, this one I haven't. Here you guys go. Here's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there is what you put in. Redeem code is right underneath chat. Just copy paste the random letters. You have the same reward as always. Summer's in here. 2 treasure map, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And it's usable on all platforms except for the console versions. There's a bunch of our other loot and the legendary task. And let's go do Mr. Scales now. Mr. Scale challenges. Do I like crunchy stuff in my food? I like some crunchy foods. I generally don't like crunchy stuff in my food though. And the main reason for that is it's so easy to accidentally get it like stuck in between a tooth if you're doing it that way. Because if you're eating something semi-soft that also has something crunchy in it, you're gonna get stuck in the teeth quite often. Really annoying. But why am I using Key Team again? That's not what I should be using. Yeah, I don't mind crunchy stuff. I just tend to eat them separately from actually in softer foods. Like I generally don't combine the two. So like chips on a sandwich, I would never do. Or something like that. I would just eat them separately. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. Yep, come on. Can you only fight and win against a guildmate once? And what's the rest? You can never fight against your guildmates, or at least in the PvP context. It is not possible to find them in PvP whenever you go and matchmake in there. Or at least it's not supposed to be. Same as Arena. But, you can fight them, like, if you go to their profile and then fight. You can fight them as many times as you want there, but you don't get any loot from it. It's just for fun. Okay. Which basically just gives us a new event week every Monday. And that ends up resetting a lot of things. Like, PvP, whatever the guild-related event is for the week. Your guild tasks. And probably a few other things I'm forgetting off the top of my head. Whatever glory troop is available for glory, stuff like that. Sometimes the drop table. It just disabled it for everyone? That's weird. You should be able to. If I go to my guild right now, I should be able to just fight them as many times as I want. Anyone. Like, if I go to here and then click fight. It could be the screen that you're on. If you're already in a battle, it doesn't allow you to try to, you know, do another battle. They did at one point and it would crash the game. But, of course, they fixed that glitch since then. But, it could just be the screen that you're on, but you should be able to. Regardless of how many times you try to fight them. There's no point in doing that, but, you can if you want to. Or should be able to. Please drop Volky. You need it so badly. Just one. Give us one this stream. Don't give us a 0 across the entire stream. Can't do that to us. But we've gone an entire weekend with 0 before too. Like farming it the entire time. But don't give us a whole day with 0. Well, if we do get 0 now, hopefully we'll at least get one tonight. Might even just explore spam later just to get it instead of challenges. To increase our chances. Come on, Volky. Nope, useless 100 souls. It's like your worst drop. I'd rather take 2 minor trait stones than 100 souls. At least those might be useful into the future. Souls we are pretty much probably not going to be. We don't really know if they're ever going to add more soul sinks. Whereas we know that they could possibly be adding a trait stone sink soon. Oh, why am I still using this team? I'm supposed to switch to the other one. Oh well. As long as it doesn't charm poke or Rowan. Good. There we go, and he's dead. Yeah, so remember to change the team now. Also, it's still called Infinite Loop. I'm not going to bother changing the name. Mostly because I'll be changing it back to Truffle later. Actually, maybe I will go change its name. I don't know. I'll still be using it like this for another day. I don't think I'll need Truffle for anything between now and Monday. Hello, Kevin. Welcome. Yep, another level. Very nice. I believe that's 62. Still another 8 levels to go until we get to 70. Great, that's 62. Yes, there we go. The only reason I knew that, not because I saw it there, but because I knew that the previous one was 61. That means this one had to be 62. By process of elimination. The only one it could have been. Even though we didn't actually see it. Or I didn't see it. Green went too quick. So we knew what the previous level was. How many keys? 0. We have gotten 0 vault keys this stream. Somehow. Got 3 yesterday. They were pretty unlucky this time around. And we are winning at about half the pace. But even at half the pace, I got a vault key by now. Oh well. Come on, Volky, please. Yeah, as far as actual keys, we've gotten a lot of normal keys doing challenges right now. We also got a decent amount of 1,000 glory drops. Well, not excessively high amount. I think we've gotten 3 or 4 between the 2 days. There we go. Good. We did not get 0 vault keys. I was going to say, where on earth is that vault key? There, we got 1. We didn't get 0. I'll take it. Prefer that to be a way higher number, but at least it's better than 0. Wow, that took forever. But I got one. And here's the redeem code. It's probably still active. There you guys go. It's the same code as before if you already used it. Oh, we just posted it like 5 minutes ago, so it's probably still active. Could be. There we go. And then we'll do that and kill it out with Rowan or Sunbird. Either or will kill. I know, about time. Only took an entire stream. I guess we won't go do some explore spam right now then. Since we got our key. I think we're just going to finish out this faction and then head off for now. I do want to go grab breakfast / lunch / dinner. Make it a really big meal. So if anyone still has any other questions, now would be a great time to ask. Otherwise, we'll probably be wrapping up in the next 5-10 minutes. But we'll be back later tonight in about 5 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we are every night. And we're going to be continuing exactly what we're doing now. Although I probably will focus a little bit more on Explore, and obviously we'll be doing some Tower of Doom too. Maybe even all of our sigils. We'll see how far we go. It depends how far we have scouted. I'll probably do at least a few Doom rooms. Because I at least want to get the next tier. If we can't get the last tier, I at least want to get the next one. But I think we can get all the way to last. It just really depends how much people do. And if we can get a few more recruits who will do some tomorrow. And if anyone's still interested in joining the guild, you do about 1 million gold per week. And just do decent in guild raids, invasions, all the normal standard guild events. We still have half a guild worth of space, so if anyone's interested, or knew multiple people that are interested who can do that, we have plenty of space. We're pretty much building the guild completely over again from scratch. It's been going pretty well so far. Of course, we still need quite a bit of people, but at least we have like a decent group now. Once again. Oh yeah, I'll be going for the pet at that time. I'll probably do it while I'm eating. Actually, I'll probably be out, but once I get back, the pet should still be active. Pretty sure it'd still be active. It do last an hour after all. Not gonna take that long to get food. The Wendy's is in walking distance, so it doesn't take that long. Yeah, let's go get these last 7 keys for now. And then we still have like another 15 kingdoms to do it on at a later point. Okay, we'll get a Sunbird or Romaine down, then get Sunbird, clear it out. Oh yeah, I should probably be using Key Team for this. Because this takes triple kill, and the fact that it takes triple cast makes it go too slow. Because I think that's the strategy. You use Explore Team for the first two. You then use the double Sunbird Rowan team for the next two. Ideally with Mirage Queen instead of Hero. But I'm just doing it with Hero so we can class XP. And then lastly you do Key Team for the final one. It ends up working out pretty decently. It seems like the game plan for each of these. For any of you that might still be doing it. So standard Explore for first two, the Sunbird Rowan for the next two, and then Key Team for fifth. Seems to be the quickest way of doing it, or one of the quickest ways. There might be something quicker than that, but from what I'm aware of, that's about the quickest way you could really do it. How do you put a pet on hold? You find a pet in either PvP and Arena, then you contact your guild to see how much longer the current pet has to go. And if they say there's no pet, then you just take it immediately. Or if they say there is a pet, you ask them how much time there is, or they'll just tell you. And then you just wait out the timer. Because pets trigger based on when they're killed, not on when you find them. So if you find a pet gnome and you already have a pet active, all you have to do is wait out the timer. And then finish the battle. And then once you finish the battle, you'll immediately have a pet battle. You can theoretically perpetually keep pet battles for your guild by doing that strategy. And never have a single minute where you don't have a pet active. It's particularly easy to do during gnome events because there's so many more of them. However, it can theoretically be done at any point, even when there's not a gnome event. You just need to have a lot of people farming PvP or Arena in your guild. But it's most realistic to do during a gnome event. Come on, Volky, your 1,000 glory, door. Ooh, second Volky. Well, we're making up for lost time. 2 Volkies, we're up to 5 now. Unfortunately, it was off a glory gnome, so that means it might have been less loot than 1,000 glory, but still, I'll take it. Double Volky. Almost back to back, too. Because the other one was pretty recent still. Like 5-10 minutes ago. Let's see if we can find a third. Let's see if we can match the previous stream. No, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get a third in that time. At least we got 2. Right at the end. And hopefully we'll find another 5 this weekend so we get to double digits. That's fine if we don't make it, but ideally I do want to aim for double digits every Vault event. I know, the game doesn't want me to leave. It's going to keep taunting me with more Volkies. Of course, that has no effect on the actual drop rate. Me getting a Volky or not getting a Volky has no effect on if it would change the fact that I would get a Volky soon or not. How do I have a limit of 200 gold? Cedric. Anything that has a gold bonus increases that limit. And Cedric increases it by 100%, which basically doubles it to 200. Yeah, Cedric's final trait is what does that. He's available in Vault Keys. And if you don't currently have him, well, you can go get him right now. Because it's the best time to try to get him, since there's a lot more Vault Keys around. But yeah, go farm a bunch of gnomes in like Explorer challenges, or anywhere that you want to go do it in, though those are 2 of the slightly better locations. And hopefully find some Vault Keys, then open those Vault Keys. And each of those Vault Keys have a chance of giving you Cedric. I don't know his exact drop rate, but somewhere's around 1 in 10 chance. Also, they're buyable for $2 right now. I didn't go over that flash offer. It's the same that it always is. One of the better flash offers. I personally never go for it, but some people might consider it worth it. especially if you don't own a Cedric yet. He's used mostly on gold teams and just to farm you free gold. They'll mostly only use it really in gold farming teams like Skeleton Key and stuff. There we go. But it adds quite a bit to your amount of gold that you gain per battle. It doesn't increase PvP's amount though. Like for example, this number does not increase by 100%. Only the gold you obtain within the battle itself does it actually increase. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions before we head out? Otherwise, I will be wrapping up for now. We'll be back, as I mentioned, about 5 hours from now. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck with the gnome grinds. Of course, explore and challenges being some of the better places to do it. And this is the first event since challenges have been released, the first vault event. So it is worth considering to do them up to about tier 5 or so, as you're going to probably want to do them eventually anyways. You can get a bunch of loot from that while simultaneously also finding gnomes. While it is slightly slower than doing explore, as you can see, we still get plenty of vault keys. End up getting 2 vault keys in that time, of course right at the end, but last time we got 1 per hour, so it ended up working out approximately to that this time. But you still get a pretty decent amount, just ever so slightly slower than explore, but not too much. Let's see. Oh, sorry, analyst, let me go get your question. What is your question? Could you repost it? Seems to be pretty far back. Oh, never mind, I found it. You're still doing Tower of Doom. You're on level 16. You're using Yasmin's Pride, Ketris, Gargoyle, and Gimlet. That sounds good. Is that team good for the rest of the floors? You might need to replace out Gargoyle for something else once you reach a little bit deeper. But for the current floors you're on, yeah, this should go about till 20 or so. I'm thinking like a cleanse option, like Divinio or something. Then again, that's the same color as Gimlet, so it conflicts a little bit with it. But it synergizes pretty well with Ketris, and also make sure you have a backup plan for Deathmark, because that I feel like is becoming one of the more annoying things. Because while Gimlet and your hero has immune to it, your Ketrises and Gargoyle do not have immune. You kind of want to try keeping it alive, since your Ketris is obviously more important than the Gargoyle. But the team you mentioned, yes, could theoretically go all the way. If you're trying to do it just to 25, you can definitely run that all the way to 25. You might lose like maybe 1 battle to bad luck, like if it's a Bone Dragon or something, or some kind of skull spam. But other than that, it should be fine. Yeah, Gargoyle, while it's less damage than Ketris, it still gives board clear, and it would still end up getting its mana up pretty quickly through enchant, so it's still a good utility. I just feel like you might need Divinio there, but you can try it with both and see which way it goes. Kind of go from there. Yeah, he got devoured once. Oh yeah, that could be an issue. That you won't have immunity to unless you bought up to Bless, which you most likely didn't. I know I didn't. But, yeah, there's not really an easy way to do that unless Divinia randomly does it. But you never know, Divinia could. I don't know, I say try it with Divinia if you have it fully traded, and to see if it feels better, and if it doesn't, just stick with Gargoyle, and just hope that you don't get unlucky. And if you are up against Devour, just focus down to Devour first. How can you get Mythics quickly? Because you're level 113 with 1 Mythic. That's actually way above average if you're level 33 with a Mythic. Some people don't get it until like after level 1000. So you're pretty much fine right now. As far as getting more Mythics, it's really just trying to get more keys is the only way to do that. And the easiest way to do that would try to be getting into a better guild. Given that you're that low of a level, your best plan right now is probably to get every single kingdom to level 10. This will give you a lot of bonus stats and also makes it a lot easier to get into a better guild. And then once you get every single kingdom to level 10, just try getting yourself into a better guild. Ideally one that at minimum gets all the tasks completed per week is what you want to try to aim for when you're looking for a better guild. But I don't think you can do that yet at that low of a level. Once you reach around level 500 probably. But yeah, getting a mythic at that low of a level is actually way above average. Some people don't get it till over 500, over 1000, so on and so forth. But yeah, just getting more keys is really the only way of really increasing your chance of getting more mythics. Technically, legendary tasks have it off of your guild as well, so the chance for it's relatively low, and you need to get into a pretty big guild before you really get a substantial amount of them. But long story short on it is just basically get into a better guild eventually, but focus on getting all your kingdoms to level 10 first, as it might be hard to get into a better guild at your current level with your current kingdom upgrades and current stats. Once you get into a better guild, it's going to substantially increase the rate at which you get mythics, as well as this progress in general. Can you do the pet now? Yes, you can go do the pet now if you want. We currently do not have a pet rescue, so you can go do that now, Isabel. Anyways, guys, that was everything. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, and we will be back in 5 hours from now. And we'll be doing pretty much what we're doing now, just with some Tower of Doom mixed in, and dailies, and then grinding out for gnomes, and possibly some challenges. But I hope you all have the best of luck with the vault keys and finding gnomes, and I will catch up with you later. And definitely, if you do have some spare time, make sure to do so, as vault events are always the best loot that you can ever get in the game. And it only lasts for 3 days of every month, and these are those 3 days, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So definitely make sure to get on that grind if you haven't already. And I'll catch all of you later. Goodbye, everyone!